Well, I'm Linda Darty, but I'm with Jeff Darty today.
Oh, thank you for coming. And we have Morgan with Morgan's Marketing. Hello. And you are with?
Infinity Jewelry.
What is your name?
Tara.
And we have?
Mark, the cruise man.
Thank you for coming, Mark.
Dusty Sun.
Steve Taller with?
Dusty Sun.
Dusty Sun.
Is it signed Dusty? Or is it Dusty the one who has the sign?
Sometimes you call me Dusty. I just go with it. I go with it. Yeah. It's like, it'll be Dusty today.
Hello. We have Tracy with GFL. Hello, sir. How are you? We have Children's Smile Center, and we have the big man, Jackie, in the house. Well, look who we have. We have Cletus Manuel with Modern Woodman. We have Sandy Carnes with Murney and Associates. Sarah Fields with Ozarks Transportation.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Hey, everyone. Are we ready for another general membership lunch? I'm glad that a couple of us are. We're very distracted because Hinode's in the house, and I also get distracted when Hinode's in the house. So I understand. Before we jump into the actual program, though, I'm going to invite Gary Swearingen up to the stage to offer us a quick, or not, it doesn't have to be quick, but an invocation.
Let's go to the Lord. Thanks, Lord, for this day. Thanks for the beautiful weather. Thanks for the opportunity to experience the new life of spring, having just come through the Easter season. Lord, we have high hopes, great anticipations of what the future holds for our businesses. Thank you for the great people, the creativity, all the things that run through their minds. Father, the products and services that we try to do to reach human need. And Lord, that's what you've been doing forever. And so, Lord, we thank you for this day and just pray your blessing upon this food, the meal that we partake of. And, Lord, pray that you would just bless all of our businesses, most of all, bless our community as a whole and our social gathering today. In your name, amen.
If anyone's still out in the lobby, I want to invite you to come on in and find your seats. Probably should have done that before we did the prayer, but that's okay. We want to give a thank you to Callahan Heating and Cooling. They also do plumbing now, so that's very exciting, for being our premier sponsor of the general membership lunch, as well, of course, as McAllister's. They were here before me this morning dropping off the tea. Hinode is our meal, and, of course, North Point Church and their team and staff are always phenomenal hosting us every month. So big round of applause for all of these entities. If we could all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance as well. I have nobody near me. There's Summer. Summer Lampy, will you lead us? Do I need it? Okay, you don't need it. Thank you. If this is your first time at a general membership lunch for the Nixa Chamber, I invite you to please stand where you are or wave your hand if you're in line. If this is your first time at a Nixa Chamber lunch. Only a couple today. Okay. Oh, there we go. A couple more. We'd like to welcome you officially. You're not going to have to say anything. Don't worry. You're good. Say stuff to your table. And if you were in line, I didn't see if we had new people in line. Were you standing? Is anyone in line standing next to a new person? Nope. They're like, we didn't talk to the person next to us. What are you talking about? We're not here to meet people. Thank you for coming to the Nixa Chamber. It's a great program today. I'm very excited about it. And for that reason, we're going to keep going right along in this program, and we're going to have our spotlights. We have a lot of people in line that are still grabbing lunch, but it looks like it's moving along at a pretty good clip. So if you're in line, just pay attention, and if you're eating, you're already really focused. So this is good. If you are one of our welcome table sponsors, then if you could please come to this side of the stage. I think I ask this every month, is this stage right or stage left? Because I'm on the stage right. That wasn't a subtle way of calling out all the nerds in the room who did some theater. That's fine. I did a little theater. My husband was heavy in theater, and he's here, right? He's still here. He didn't leave. Yeah, he's right there. So our spotlights, they're going to take the stage for the next little while and teach us all about themselves, which is great. Starting with, it looks like Extreme Exteriors.
Hello, everybody. I am Summer Lampy, owner of Extreme Exteriors. We are in our 25th year of helping homeowners and property investors keep your home in good shape. Our services, of course, are all exteriors. So if you need anything for roofing, siding, windows, decks, anything exteriors, including gutters. We are moving into the stormy season, so that means lots of rain, lots of hail. One thing that your homes do not like is water. So call us for your inspection, free estimates, whatever you may need. Again, we're in our 25th year. We are proud to be here in Nixa. This is where it all started. We do have our new headquarters being built here in town. I've had lots and lots of questions of that today, but it's coming along well, and it'll be very, very soon we'll be able to move into that nice, big, beautiful building.
And I'm Christine. I have worked for Extreme for 11 years. I have dabbled in a little bit of everything. Thanks, Whitney. I have done everything from accounting to the admin position to just kind of helping manage some of our guys, and I can also put estimates together for you too. If new construction or building a home is something that you're kind of looking forward to do or looking into doing, you can reach out to me and I can make that happen for you.
I am Kara Evans, and I have been with Extreme for a little over 2 years, and I started out canvassing, but now I wear a couple different hats, and that's marketing, social media, community outreach, and hanging out with all of you guys. And I also go to the Clever Chamber and the Republic Chamber and all that good stuff. I also schedule estimates, so if any of you guys want to talk about any projects you're thinking about, I have a card out front, or I will be out there. So just stop and say hi.
Thank you very much. We would like to be your trusted team for all your exteriors, because at Extreme Exteriors, we nail it the first time.
Ahoy, I am Colin Funkhauser,
And I'm Megan.
and we are the founders and owners of Funky Bunch Pet Care. We provide professional in-home pet care services and dog walking services to people who are busy or traveling. And we have a lot of fun doing this. We service the Nixa and the Springfield area, and we have been serving people and their pets since 2012.
We have a team of 11 employees here in the area, and we are hiring. So if you or someone you know wants the best job in the world, we have it. You can stop by our table or go to funkybunchpetcare.com/career. Also, if you are serving our community and building your own business and you are busy, we can come over and take care of your pets. dogs, cats, lizards. As long as it's legal, we're willing to take care of it.
Yep. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful lunch.
Good morning. My name is Jackie, and I work at Children's Smile Center, and we are a large nonprofit that operates dental clinics to take care of kids covered by Medicaid, and we're honored to do that in 4 different locations in Southwest Missouri, and we are so pleased to have moved our Christian County clinic and our company offices to a new location that happens to have a Nixa address. We're pretty excited about that. And I look forward to seeing hopefully all of you on May 11th. We have our grand open house on that day, and I think the chamber will have a way for you to respond to that later. So we're excited about that. What's important to us in providing for our new facility is to continue being successful in our fundraising activities, and you know what's coming. So we're one of the nonprofits that benefit from the annual Sertoma Duck Race Festival. Somebody's going to win a new truck, and so I have a couple of hundred tickets that I would love to not walk out of here with. I've already sold a bunch of them and look forward to seeing you for that. So the Sertoma Duck Race is so important to what we do. Also in this room are several sponsors of our annual Hot Air Balloon Glow. Yes, we bring hot air balloons to Christian County. It's one of the greatest events in Southwest Missouri for hot air balloons, and that'll be Friday, June 19th. The ducks are in the water on Saturday, June 20th. It'll be a fun time. We are so honored to take care of Nixa children in our dental clinic, and we're getting a great response to our new facility and invite you to come see us. Thank you.
I feel like give it up again for Jackie, everybody, is in order. Because we're from the radio station, and we get a little hype from time to time. Zimmer Communications, my name's Tony Matteo. This is Heath Johnson, our sales manager. I'm the new general manager for the Zimmer Communications group out of Springfield, East Springfield. We've got beautiful studios in East Springfield. If you guys have never been, we invite you to come by and take a tour. Jump into one of the rooms, talk about your successful business, talk about your nonprofit that you've got that you want to get the word out about. That's our job. Get the word out about what you guys are doing well in our communities. And we've got clients who grow their business by getting those words out through our radio stations. That's our core business. But we also do everything else. Connected TV, we can hook you up with that. We can traffic your digital billboards. We can help you create a website. We can manage your Google and SEO for you, your Google ads and your SEO. We've got an incredible team here in Springfield ready to help you grow in any way that we can. Zimmer Communications, stop us when you see us in the hallways. We'd love to talk with you.
Some of you thought I was going to come push them back into the square, but I just met Tony today, so I feel like I shouldn't push him yet. But next time, I'll push them right to the front, just like Extreme Exteriors. The Chamber has a partnership. We have a media partnership with Zimmer Communication. And if you are in your, who in this room is in their first year of their Nixa Chamber membership? Okay, cool. There's a handful of us. If you haven't connected with Heath, where did he go? Heath, wave your hand. He was up here. He was standing right here. If you haven't connected with Heath, you should do that today, after the lunch, because we have a media partnership that will benefit you directly in radio space. So make sure you connect with them before you leave. But that's for our first year members. Those of you who've been here too long, we don't care about you anymore. That was a joke. Those of you who are like, what? I'm just kidding. We care a lot about you. What did you just say, Christy? I'm just pushing everyone around today. I'm in a mood, I guess, I'm just in a mood. Okay, we are going to hear now from our community partners. So that is our city, our schools, and our county. I don't care the order, so let's go. Let's see who gets up here first. I actually didn't ask anyone if they even had updates today, so if you don't have it, just don't come up here.
Just make it as we go. All right. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for everybody that got out and voted in the last election. Yes, thank you. We did ask for a charter change in that election, and it did pass, so we're able to actually fill our our council seats more quickly in the event of a vacancy, so thank you for that. We appreciate that consideration. And then a quick congratulations to Jay Ortiz absolutely, for being elected in the District 1. And then Linda Doherty, congratulations to Linda for being voted in the District 3. So, and then congratulations to our mayor. He ran unopposed, but he's still going to be mayor, so congratulations to him as well. So, and then just a couple other quick announcements. The multicultural event is approaching quickly, so make sure it's on your calendars for this year. It is June 6th from 10 to 4, going to be in the downtown, right here in Nixa, our downtown area. All of our vendor spaces are full. All of our performances are full, so we'll have some great performances showcasing the different cultures across our community. Again, June 6th, 10 to 4. We'd love to see you there. And then last but not least, we are still undergoing the remodel at City Hall. As construction goes, things take longer than we anticipated. We had hoped to be in our expanded council chambers by the end of April, but unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, that's not going to happen yet. So again, another big thank you to the fire department thank you, Chief, for continuing to allow us to use the training center on Main Street. So if you got nothing to do tonight, come on out to the city council meeting. That's all I got. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ryan Weedle. I'm a teacher at the high school. I'm used to like 30 high school kids, not hundreds of adults, so bear with me. I'm here, thanks to Trisha Chapman, to talk about Clay It Up and Sketch It Out, which is a completely unique art event that I started in 2019, and which I would like to, before I forget, want to thank one of our presenting sponsor, because he's helped us every single year we've had the event since 2019, and that's Eric Albers, who's in the room with us, so thank you, Eric. And Insight Design. Just a real quick brief history of Clay It Up and Sketch It Out. So first of all, it used to only be Clay It Up, and we started at the high school. We had 4 schools the first couple of years, just local schools. Then we started getting into a couple schools from Arkansas came up. And of course, the thing called COVID happened. And then last year, took a year off because decided family first. I had a brand new newborn at home, so I didn't want to try to organize it. This year, we are up to 8 high schools coming from all over the state. I need to check my list so I don't forget any of them. But, of course, Nixa. And where did I put them at? Nixa, Parkview, Central, Neosho, Waynesville, Owensville, Herculaneum, and Marshfield. And one of the good things, it's going to sound funny, but one of the good things about having it in the spring is that schools are super busy. And the reason why that's a good thing, if all the schools came that wanted to, we wouldn't be able to support them. So we've had, like I mentioned, we've had some from out of state. So it's not only a competition with high schoolers, we have a college fair. So it's specifically an art college fair, and this year we actually have 10 universities and community colleges coming, which those are Missouri State, Arkansas State, University of Central Missouri, Southeast Missouri State, Northwest Missouri State, Pittsburgh State from Kansas, Evangel, State Fair Community College, Crowder, and OTC. So we do a lot of different things. Not only that, we're going to have like a silent auction. Out of those universities, we actually have 9 professional artists who are also professors. They're going to be giving mini demonstrations to anyone that's there. Obviously, it's geared towards high school students, but it's free and open to the public. So if you're not doing anything Saturday, you want to drop by the high school commons between 10 and 4, it'd be great to have you. Yeah, I mean, so some people might think, well, why? Why do you have this? Well, my students aren't in the performing arts. They don't have a stage where the community can come and watch them until now. And the process of how our kids learn is so important, and that never gets seen. So even if we have a show, you're just seeing the end product. You're not seeing that kid do the end process problem solving. And so I came up with the event and wanted to showcase to where people could see that learning happening right there. And then everything else just kind of grew on top of it with the college fair and all that. So anyway, appreciate your time, and hopefully we can see you Saturday. Thanks.
I'm Johnny Williams. I'm the Western District Commissioner here in Christian County. Don't have a lot of updates today. Did want to talk a little bit about Senate Bill 3. That was a big topic over the last few months. As you know, that failed here. But what that means for the county is I had informed everybody that we had joined a lawsuit that was trying to make the state work out all the details of that before we actually put it on the ballot. That didn't happen. We still had to put it on the ballot. So after putting it on the ballot, it was declined by the voters. So we are going to continue with the lawsuit there. Doesn't cost the taxpayers any more money. We're already in there. We've already paid for that. And what our hopes is that once that's completely heard, if it is found unconstitutional, that the state will be forced to give back the taxpayers' money. I know that's a weird thing because we're getting taxpayers' money to pay back the taxpayers' money. It's just coming from the state, not from local. But other than that, in the county, we're working on starting our road projects. You'll see the guys out with the graders prepping work that we'll be doing asphalt and chip and seal projects. So next month, I'll go over all of the locations close to Nixa. Obviously, we don't do anything inside the city limits, but outside of those, so you can know some of the upcoming projects there. We don't start any of the actual asphalt and sealing, the majority of the bigger projects, till it gets way warmer, because as you know, in Missouri, tomorrow might be 30 degrees and the next day might be 100 degrees. So we have to wait and do some of those projects based on that. So we'll have some more updates for you next month. Just wanted to let you know that. So thank you.
I do shy away from the spotlight. It's very uncomfortable for me up here. Liar. Listen, Morgan's Marketing. I love the support that we see in the room, even mentioning Insight Design and their support of the schools. I know that many businesses in the room, they go and do different projects with the schools. And then the Chamber's partnership with the city and the county and the schools, it really just works really well together. And there's a lot of stuff in there that we don't always see when we're in the audience. A lot of meetings that people go to try and make sure that we're collaborating and doing things that benefit our businesses and our city. And it's fun to see those things on the back end, but also hear them a little bit from the stage as people talk about them and talk about how they're partnering with this person or that person. The Nixa Chambers truly does like to use our own as much as we are able. And if you're not finding that, if you're like, well, I've been a member of the chamber and no one ever uses me, maybe you should come out a little bit more, meet some people, because I rarely see chamber members who were like, I don't want to use somebody in Nixa. Nixa's not cool. We love Nixa. We kind of love Nixa a weird amount, like Nixa's really cool, and we love Nixa businesses and we love to support them. So it's something I love to see in the Nixa Chamber, and my husband and I have experienced it since we moved here and put our own business here. Just the community support, the business support of each other I think it's unique, but I don't know, maybe everybody does it. They do not. Not everyone does it. Okay, so next we're going to hear from our presenting sponsor, which this month our presenting sponsor is Patriot Heat and Air. So if you guys can please give them a round of applause. I'm not actually sure who. I think it's Miranda. Perfect. Miranda's going to be doing that for us.
I'm making eye contact. It's like I'm here. I'm here. Hello. Thank you for the few of you that responded. My name is Miranda Rott. I am the founder and sole owner of Patriot Heat and Air. And although I had some really entertaining, nerdy HVAC slides to share with you today, as I was standing out front, I realized there's a lot of faces here that I don't know, which means maybe you don't know who we are. So I thought I'd instead share a little bit about us today. So Patriot Heat and Air is founded and located in Hollister, Missouri. We also have a second location in Springfield, which means Nixa is sandwiched right in the middle of us. And I often get the question when I say founder and sole owner, was this your dad's business or was this your husband's business? That's typically the first two questions, right? Because why would why would I be the owner of a HVAC company? And no, when I was a little girl, I did not dream of this job. But I was well on my way to being an orthodontist. Went to College of the Ozarks here, went to Missouri State, was headed to UMKC for dental, and had a God intervention moment where I wasn't able to continue that path for a while. And I landed in a heating and air conditioning office, which is an odd place to land. But I kind of fell in love with it. I'm a problem solver by nature. I'm one of those people that really likes puzzles, really likes fixing things. And I'm very much an advocate for people. And so as I worked with this company, I regularly ran into 3 questions. 3 things that 90% of the people who called me said, this is my problem. They all revolved around professionalism, education, and integrity. And so to elaborate on that a little bit more, professionalism isn't just showing up in a uniform. It's not just showing up in a vehicle with a company logo on it. It's someone answering the phone and not, hello. But it's a great day at Patriot Heat and Air. This is Miranda. I can help you. A professional response, a real response, always a response. People would say, I can't get a hold of the company, or they didn't give me a receipt in writing. I paid them thousands of dollars, but I don't have a receipt for the work that they did for me, or they just won't call me back. That's a problem, right? That's a professionalism problem. And the second problem I ran into was education. And sometimes we just don't know what we don't know, right? But if the technician who comes to your house doesn't know how to fix your problem and replaces a part and then replaces another part and it's still not fixed and they don't call you back, well, then that becomes your problem. Then you need them to be educated. You need them to be intentionally educated about what you need. And the third problem is integrity. And integrity is owning what you do, right? It's doing what's right. It's saying, maybe I made a mistake. I mean, how many employers are in the room or managers of people? Yeah? How many of you, keep your hand up if you employ perfect people? No? Your people make mistakes? Mine too. That's okay. As long as you own it and as long as you fix it, it happens. But the reality is we are people and we do make mistakes. So integrity is really important, right? Because I want to know that if you make a mistake when you come to my house, that you're going to own it. We can have a conversation about it. We can fix it. We can move past it. So fast forward 10 years I spent with this company learning every facet of heating and air conditioning, really getting to just nerd out on something that, trust me, you're not going to sit on any given Saturday and Google on your phone. It's not. But I learned to love it, and I learned to love solving those problems for people. And so 10 years into my experience, that company shifted gears, did something totally different. And I was like, hey, you brought me here. What am I supposed to do with this? And so in January of 2017, myself and 2 technicians opened Patriot Heat and Air with the intention of a simple 3-fold mission. Be professional, be educated, and do what's right. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's really important. The being educated, the being professional aspect of it, meaning have full transparency in your business. There shouldn't be so many questions or mysteries around how much is a new system? Can you get my filters? What's wrong with my system? We're very transparent in all of those things. You can actually go to our website. You can get a complete quote for your house off of our website. And it's not the bait and switch price. It's not the $59.99 special today, and then they actually come out to do it, and like, oh, I'm sorry, it's actually $8,500. No, it's a complete price with anything possible that we would need to do to bring your home up to code and do it correctly. If anything, it'll be less than that, but not more. That's professionalism. That's transparency. The education piece we also do with a lot of intention. Trevor can attest to this. We have a Monday morning meeting with our entire team every Monday where we go through all of the aspects of our industry. There are a lot of things that we handle that can be very sensitive, very dangerous. We all have gas. There's a lot of gas systems in our community. If the person that you have come service that is unintentionally uneducated about a gas system or how those flue gases are handled, that's a fatal mistake. That's not a small mistake. So it's really important that we be educated. We actually do multiple trainings in our facilities every week. We travel nationwide and go to factory trainings. We are intentionally educated about what you need for us to know. And the third is integrity. It is simply do what's right. Sounds small, doesn't it? Doesn't really seem like a big thing. Like, of course you're gonna do what's right. No, doing what's right means owning it, sometimes years later. It's the reason we're the only company that has a lifetime workmanship guarantee. And I've had plenty of people over the years go, you can't do that? What if it's like 15 years down the road? I don't care. We took pictures and videos of the work that we did. We know what we did. We can easily look at it and go, yeah, we didn't do that right. And so what do you do when you make a mistake? When your human team makes a mistake? It's just two simple things. You own it, you fix it. That's it. That's all you have to do. And that is our promise to everyone who honors us with the call for service. We're not perfect. We don't claim to be, but we will always own it. We will always make it right for you. So if any of those three things that I mentioned have been a headache for you in the past, if you've run into where you just didn't have that feeling of professionalism, education, and integrity from a contractor that you worked with, I encourage you to give Patriot Heat and Air a call, because we do handle things very differently. I would like for you to experience the Patriot difference, because Patriot quality assures value, and our people, they make the difference. That's all I have for you.
You guys are all doing such a great job today on time. You're flying through everything. So I'm going to talk for a little bit up here to just waste some time. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. No, you're hold on. You know, I'm going to do that in 1 second. You want to grab that for me, Cayman? All right, so today, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but you can see what topics are coming if you were looking for it. We have it in all of the event descriptions, every topic for every month. And this month, we have a very special guest. Alicia Keene is going to be speaking to us today. And she has some connection to the chamber because Cayman is her sister. So, Alicia, I was like, I really need somebody to speak on this. And Cayman's like, well, I have somebody. And I was like, but are they good? And she was like, yeah, she's pretty good. So we actually met Alicia a couple years ago. She came to our gala. And so you might have met her there. She's been around here and there. But she does this stuff backwards and forwards, which is great. I'm very excited to see. She's kind of told me a little bit of what she has planned for us today. And I'm super excited to see what she can teach us about AI. So please welcome to the stage Alicia Keene, everybody.
No, thank you. Okay, 2 seconds to get set up. That's the benefit of my sister being here. Maybe we'll just make her stand there and hold it, right? Like, no. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's see if this is gonna update for. Can we switch that to the HDMI, please? Perfect. Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Alicia Keene. I live in South Florida, but I'm originally from Ozark, so I'm hoping I still count as a local. Like she mentioned, Cayman is actually the events coordinator for the chamber, and she's my sister. So this feels a little like speaking at a family event with multiple family members, a previous teacher, and one of my best friends growing up in the room. So I'm a little more nervous than I expected to be. I'm usually that person hiding behind multiple monitors. We're gonna make this work. I'm a marketer and digital designer. I work with small businesses and nonprofits like the Make-A-Wish Foundation and Friends of the Children. Places where mission matters and wasted time has a real cost. About 2 years ago, I started hearing a lot about ChatGPT. I immediately saw the potential and got really excited about what these AI tools could actually do. So I dove in and I took the time to learn not only how they work, but how to maximize the efficiency of how they work. And it truly changed how I run my business. Now I use AI every single day with every client I work with. That's what I want to show you today. Before we dive in, can I get a quick show of hands? How many of you have tried ChatGPT at least once? Oh gosh, a lot. Okay, awesome. How many of you use it regularly, like it's actually part of how you work? Perfect. Okay, let's dive in. First, a thank you to Callahan Heating and Cooling. Apparently it's heating and AC day today. They're sponsoring today's lunch, and I'm actually going to use them as my example throughout this entire presentation. So as far as I know, they're not here. Somebody give them a warning. You've probably heard a lot about artificial intelligence, or AI, lately. Some of it's exciting, and some of it's a little alarming. We're not talking about the robot apocalypse today. We're not talking about replacing your staff. What I want to show you today is practical. How to use it right away to work smarter without working more. That's it. Before we get into demos, I want to take just a minute to explain what AI actually is. So imagine walking into a library. Google is the librarian saying, it's somewhere in that section. AI is the librarian who pulls up a chair and says, tell me what you're trying to figure out, and then works through it with you. That's the difference. It's not about finding information anymore. It's about solving problems faster. Today, I'm going to use ChatGPT because it's most familiar. But the tool doesn't matter as much as how you talk to it. Just pick one and learn. The question isn't whether you have a team. It's whether your team and you are spending time on things that actually move the needle. And that's where AI genuinely changes the game. Not by replacing anyone, but by handling the parts of the job that eat time. So you and your people can focus on growth. So let's put it this way. If you spend even 3 hours a week writing emails, posts, or responding to customers, and AI is able to cut that in half, that's 75 hours a year saved, nearly 2 full work weeks. So you can either take that time back, or you can reinvest it into marketing, automations, and growth your competitors aren't doing. Here's the truth. AI is only as good as what you give it. Most beginner users open it and treat it like Google. They type a few words, hit enter, and expect a response. And what comes back is technically usable, but nowhere near what it's actually capable of. That's not a tool problem. That's an input problem. Vague input gets you vague output. So the more context you give it, the more useful it becomes. And once you understand that, everything changes. My simple advice is this. Talk to it like a really smart new employee on their first day. So let's think about that for a second. You hired someone incredibly capable, sharp, fast, willing to do anything you ask, but they've never met you, never seen your business, and don't know your customers or your voice. And you say, hey, write me a Facebook post. What are they going to give you? Something generic, technically correct, but completely missing everything that makes your business yours. But if you say, hey, we're Callahan Heating and Cooling, family-owned HVAC company right here in Christian County. Our customers are homeowners. Our whole thing is honest, reliable service. People call us because they trust us and their neighbors use us. I need a Facebook post for spring AC tune-ups. Keep it friendly and not salesy. Now you're going to get something you can actually use. So when using ChatGPT or any other large language model, the AI that you talk to, what would they need to actually help you? You would tell them who you are, what you need, what context matters, and how you want it to be delivered. You don't need to memorize a formula, and it doesn't need to be perfect. Treat it like a conversation, not like a vending machine. Your prompt, what you actually type into ChatGPT, is just the start and continuation of that conversation. The first answer is a draft. React to it. Say, make it shorter, or that doesn't sound like me, or ask me questions for the context that you need. If you only prompt once, you're using about 20% of what AI can actually do. Using AI doesn't replace your thinking, it replaces starting from a blank page. So let's make this real. When you first open ChatGPT, which it sounds like all of you use it, so I don't know that I need to run through it that much, but this little box right here where it says ask anything is where you put your prompt. My favorite is this little microphone button, which we're gonna talk about later, but very, very often, I would say probably at least 5 times a week, I just push that microphone button and talk. So let's do this. I'm going to type in, I run a family-owned HVAC and plumbing company in the Springfield, Missouri area called Callahan Heating and Cooling. And I added the website because ChatGPT can actually scrape and read that. We're locally owned, known for honest service, and our customers trust us. It's the start of AC season, and I want to stand out on Facebook in a market full of generic HVAC content. Don't write posts yet. What should we be talking about that our competitors aren't? Give me 5 ideas that would actually make someone stop scrolling. And then I, for time, said keep each 1 to 2 sentences. So let's run that. Notice I didn't ask it to write yet. I asked it to think first. So now I'm gonna pick one of these and let's actually build it out. What your HVAC guy won't tell you, real customer rescue stories, oh, interesting. Technician body cam, before you call us, check this, and local human moments. Let's see. I think I like number 1. So I'm gonna give my first pushback. I'm gonna say, take idea number 1 and turn it into a Facebook post. Keep it clear, friendly, professional. Make it sound like a business wrote it. Again, I just added keep it short and just write the post. This is what most businesses would post right here. It's good. Not every system that stops working needs to be replaced. Sometimes it's a simple, affordable fix. We've seen homeowners quoted thousands when a small repair would have done the job. At Callahan Heating and Cooling, we believe you deserve honest answers, not upsells. Genuine. A lot of businesses would leave it right there. But watch what happens when I push back just a little bit. I'm gonna say, rewrite this so it sounds like a real local owner actually said it, not a business. Cut anything that sounds like marketing. Make it more direct, a little imperfect, and more specific to Ozark or Nixa homeowners. Base it on a real specific moment, like something that actually happened this week. Add a call to action that will actually convert, and include one blunt, scroll-stopping line that would make someone pause. Side note, I use that sentence all the time. It should feel like something someone would post quickly from their phone, or what a technician would say to a potential customer, not something polished or planned. So let's see what it says. Again, we had short little paragraph, 3 sentences. At Callahan Heating and Cooling, we believe you deserve honest answers. This time, we have stop replacing units that aren't actually broken. Had a call in Nixa this week. Homeowner was told they needed a whole new system. It was a $300 fix. That stuff happens way more than it should around here. If someone just told you it needs replaced, get a second opinion and call me before you spend that kind of money. Do you see the difference? Same brief, same information, a completely different voice. That's not AI writing. That's me directing and AI executing. And it took us about 2 minutes. For most businesses, that's the difference between we should probably post something this week and actually showing up consistently. Remember, we didn't start with a post. We started with a question. Start with thinking, and you end with something that works. Most people will stop right here at writing. But when you hand AI something real, reviews, data, documents, it gets a lot more interesting. For example, Callahan has hundreds of Google reviews. I pulled 50 for this presentation. The obvious move here is to summarize them, but I'm not gonna do that. I wanna know what they actually mean for this business. So let's look at it. This one I pre-prepped. I wanted you to see how fast it was, but to save time. So I uploaded my spreadsheet, and I said, here are 50 Google reviews from Callahan Heating and Cooling, plus their website, which again, I just put right in there. Don't summarize them. Look for patterns between what customers actually praise, what the business appears to emphasize, and what might be underused or missing in their marketing. And then I gave it instructions for today. Give me 3 biggest strengths they would lean into more, 3 missed opportunities or gaps that could improve conversions, messaging, referrals. Be specific. Tie each point to patterns in the reviews and what you notice about the brand. No generic advice. I'm not gonna read all of this. However, there are some amazing things that stand out. For example, Miranda shows up a ton, 35 mentions and 50 reviews. At the very least, she's getting a call out in the next business meeting, right? So you can see it goes all the way. They explained it to me without making me feel dumb. Knowledgeable had 23 mentions out of 50 reviews. That's definitely signaling. What customers are really buying is clarity without pressure. It's giving us really good advice. Professional had 21 mentions. So you see what's happening here. We handed it a stack of reviews, and it handed us a better way to run the business. That used to take a consultant, a Tuesday afternoon, and a pretty expensive invoice. Most people use AI to write faster, but the people who really get value out of it use it to think better. And it goes all the way down. All right. Anytime I do a project like this and I have something that looks fine but isn't actually working, this is the prompt I use. It looks overwhelming and scary, but I promise it's so valuable. Assess the goal of this. Analyze it for shortcomings against that goal and rewrite it to fix those shortcomings. A review response that sounds defensive, a job posting that isn't getting applicants, a proposal that keeps losing. Anytime something feels off and you can't quite put your finger on why, this is your move. So this is where I really want you to hear me. Give it the harder problems. Strategy, pricing, a personnel situation you've been chewing on, the conversation you don't know how to start. Give it your mental mush. Let it do the organizing. That's something it's genuinely great at. What I'm showing you today is just the foundation, and once you have that, the ceiling goes up really fast. Before we wrap up, there's one more prompt that I use all the time, and the reason it works is simple. You don't know what you don't know. So after you get what you asked for, just add, what am I missing? What haven't I thought of? It takes 10 seconds, and it catches something every single time. Here's what I want you to do tonight. Pick one thing you've been putting off. Post, email, something sitting on your to-do list. Open ChatGPT or Claude, hit that microphone button I showed you, and just talk to it. Don't overthink it. Don't try to be perfect. Then push back on what it gives you. Professional users go through 3 to 5 rounds before they're satisfied, and that's completely normal. That's how it's supposed to work. The next level is tools that don't just help you think, they help you do. Tools that build landing pages with a paragraph, write and schedule your social post, summarize your meetings so you don't have to take notes and you can actually pay attention. Do hours of research in minutes. The people getting the most out of these tools aren't using them to skip the thinking. They're using them as a 24/7 thinking partner. They give it the hard stuff, the service they've been thinking about adding, the email to a difficult client, the idea that never quite makes it onto paper, and then they hand the repetitive stuff off entirely. The businesses using this well won't look the same as the businesses they are today. Not because they worked more, but because they stopped doing so much of the work the hard way. The QR code on this slide links to a page that recaps today's presentation, my current favorite tools for specific tasks, and a prompting cheat sheet with shortcuts. So grab that before you leave. Thank you again to Callahan Heating and Cooling, and thank you to the Nixa Chamber for having me. What questions do you have? No questions? Yeah. Claude is my home. Claude, the desktop app, is where it's at. Once you go a little bit higher, you can do Claude Cowork, which will scrape your Slack messages and automate your emails. I have one set up. Just tell me what emails I received and what the priority is that you suggest. And if I get behind, that's the first thing I turn on. Anything else? Do you want to see a couple things? Are you okay on time? Okay. I prepped just a couple things. So, first is image generation. How many of you are using AI for image generation right now? Nice. Do you use ChatGPT or do you use something else? ChatGPT? I don't think ChatGPT is even in my top 5. So definitely check out Nano, Banana, or Claude. Okay, so I said, design a flyer for an HVAC company called Callahan Heating and Cooling to promote spring AC tune-ups. I didn't give it any context, didn't give it any information, just tell me what you got. It gave me some ideas and some information, and this is where I want to stop for a second. Most of this is not true, totally made up, right? It just guessed. I could either correct it or just see what happens. So I asked it to make the design, and this is what it came up with. Honestly, it looks great, right? Good flyer, draws attention, has an image. But then I went in and I gave it more context. I said, create a professional flyer for Callahan Heating and Cooling, family-owned, all the things. When quality counts, call Callahan. Their brand feels warm, trustworthy. The flyers for spring AC tune-ups, it should feel like it came from a local business, not a national chain. Include a clear call to action to schedule service, and match the color and branding to the screenshot and logo attached. And I literally just took a screenshot of one section of their website, put it in there, and added their logo. And this is what it came back with. Same idea, same layout, same flyer, but it looks like their brand. It matches their brand. So here's the first one, and here's the second one. And then I took it one step further, and this is a good example of the pushback. I said, do another layout variation and put call for pricing. So as you can see, it said, no, I don't think so. And it gave me the exact same thing with a little bit of a wording change. So I did it again. Do another layout variation that is laid out completely differently. It didn't work the first time, so I gave it more context. I got more specific about what I wanted and changed the way I worded it. And then it came back with this. It looks great, I love it. There it is, ready to download. I took it and I went back to that assessment. I said, assess the goal of this, analyze it for shortcomings against that goal, and rewrite it to fix those shortcomings. Gave me an overview, what it suggested, a large overview. I said, I love the mascot, don't remove that. Everything else is fine. Stick with locally owned. Love the idea of your neighbors trust us. All of that refers back to suggestions that ChatGPT gave me. You can book online. Let's run that as the call to action. Love the door hanger idea. Let's do that for this round. And there it is. Now, if I was going to download that flyer, how it gives it to me is an image like this. I'm stuck, right? Try to recreate it on my own, build text blocks, recreate the entire thing. But Canva just introduced a feature called Magic Layers. So if I click on this image, click this edit button, this new little bubble called Magic Layers takes this AI graphic and separates it into elements and text boxes for me. I can replace my eagle. I can put my actual logo right here. I can change this made-up $89 number. I can put my actual phone number, and it took seconds, not even a minute. That's a huge win, right? Awesome. Let's do one more. So we talked about the reviews, but when it comes to problem solving and the pushback, there's a few different ways that I handle this. So for example, I put in, here's a real 3-star review response. Hello, thank you for the feedback. We're sorry you felt that way about scheduling. We're glad the technician was helpful. We appreciate your business and hope to serve you again. Again, I used my assess the goal of this. What's not working or missing? Then rewrite it to win this customer back and show future customers reading it that it's actually caring and we follow through, right? So I did 2 parts there, assess the goal and what am I missing? Just like Miranda said, it gave some similar advice. You want to own it, no acknowledgement of the actual issue, the apology is a little weak and indirect, no effort to fix it, missed opportunity to reinforce what did go well, and no signal for future customers. So then it rewrote it. Appreciate you taking the time to say this, really glad the technician took care of you, but the scheduling side of it shouldn't have been frustrating. That's on us. We've been tightening up how we communicate arrival windows because that's come up a few times lately. No one should be stuck waiting or guessing. If you're open to it, I'd like to hear a little more about what happened and make it right. You can call or text the office and ask for me directly. Thanks again for the honest feedback. It helps more than you probably realize. Do you see the massive difference between those two? So you're saying the bare minimum, and sometimes just put in what you think you should say, right? If you're like, this review came in, how do I respond to it? Normally I would say, so sorry, have a great day. Whatever it is, yeah. And then ask it to assess and rewrite. Tell it what you want. It will give you advice and examples. Make sense? Are there any final questions before I go? Good? All right, well, thank you so much. You need table help.
What do you guys think? Well, how many of you do work in Canva a lot? I didn't know about that change in Canva. Was that exciting for the rest of us, or just the 3 people in the back who were like, whoa? We did it really quietly. We were like, whoa, we don't want to disturb it. No other questions for her? I'll have to pull her into the chamber office later and be like, I have questions. We can work on that. I loved seeing the prompts. I was telling Alicia before this that I went to a conference a couple years ago, and we had a similar workshop where we worked through actual prompts for ChatGPT, and it changed my whole relationship with Chat. Chat and I are much closer now than we used to be. So Chat for a while, he's not even here, but I'm going to say this. Chat for a while called me Rich Callahan. I'm not sure why, we had a little tiff. Chat would be like, hey, Rich. And I was like, no, I'm not Rich. I'm not Rich Callahan. It was when he was the president of the board of directors. I think it got confused when I had to make some stuff and involve him, and I became Rich Callahan for a while. It's kind of my claim to fame, so between me and Chat. What takeaways do we have today? Any things that stood out to you about this tool? Yeah, fight it a little. Just a little. Ben, did you make this mic louder? Oh, I feel like I'm really loud all of a sudden. What else? That's it. Just be pushy. Push back. Fight. Use it for more things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that too. Like another staff member. Like if Lisa gets out of hand, you can be like, Lisa, I've got Chat. You better watch out. When Chat can answer phones, you know, and schedule people and convince people of things. That'll be great. Can you say that louder? I can't hear anything you're saying. We like Claude? A couple of us. Should we all be using Claude? Claude, so should we use ChatGPT at all at this point? We should all grow up and use Claude? What? Desktop, so we just go to Google. Okay, listen, we're old. So I gotta go to Google and say, find me Claude? Or do I go to Chat? And Chat will be like, I don't know Claude. Okay, guys, so Google, I think I spat on myself. So Google finds us Claude, and then we download it to our desktops. I once had to train somebody what a desktop was, because I said, look on your desktop, and she looked on the desktop. She did not work for us for very long. That was not in the chamber. I'm not talking about Darlene. She retired. Okay? This is not a chamber thing. This was pre-chamber. Somebody I hired, and I thought, okay. And then she didn't know what a desktop was. So, all right, cool. Any other takeaways or thoughts? Yeah. What is Nana Banana? Hey, get back up here. We have questions. What's Nana Banana? Nano Banano. So we have a request as a collective group. Can you put together like a single, you know what, I bet you Chat could do this. Can we put together a single summary of where to find these things? Because Gemini, see, oh, I can't, yeah. Some of y'all wish you'd done the QR code now, huh? There we go. So that's Nano Banana, because that's going to hurt my soul. Nano Banana? Nobody, okay, just me. Like, oh, I want Nano Banana or Nana Banana. I don't want Nano Banana. It hurts. Any other thoughts? Yeah.
I think a lot of people are afraid to use AI because they feel it's going to be impersonal in general. And I think she did a great job to show that it's not replacing thought, it's working with your own individual thoughts to make it not impersonal, if you're using it the right way.
It can be AI'd. If you take that first thing and say, perfect, I'm going to put that on social media, and everyone goes, whoa. Like that long dash that ChatGPT does. Everyone knows what I'm talking about, right? Like, I got to go through and remove it or else Cayman gets mad at me. Cayman's like, that's from AI. I'm like, how do you know? It was the first answer it gave me. Yes, we can make it more personal. You can push back and make it use your voice or whatever. Also, we're also all using the wrong one. So, Claude. Let's just remember that. In a year, we'll come back and be like, we all have Claude now. Yeah. I mean, assuming bad stuff is on there about you. She said, hey, pay attention to all your reviews, including Yelp. Yelp is more important than maybe we give it credit for. Okay. The AI overview. It also pulls from Yelp. Perfect. Yeah. It's kind of like a really sophisticated Wikipedia, which is terrifying. Yeah, I loved it when you were like, all this information is wrong. Yeah. Just made it up, which is also terrifying a little bit, but that's okay. It lies. It's mistaken. It gives you bad information sometimes, for sure, for sure. So I have a question, and you might have said this, but I was eating, and then I was doing other things. So how do you, because people are ChatGPTing stuff that they just shouldn't anymore. They're using it like Google, like you said. So if I'm like, find me an HVAC company near me into ChatGPT, is there a way you can feed that into chat so that it brings you up, or does that pull from Google? Where does that go? Like, where does it get their information from? So it's pulling from Google. Does Claude pull from Google? What is Claude? Where does Claude get its information from? Nope. I mean, I will download Claude for sure, but okay. So it doesn't matter if you're nice? So we don't have to be nice to chat. Claude, sorry. Okay, so we don't have to be nice to it, because I think the oldness in us pleases and thank yous no matter what. Yes, Sarah Bader. You're hurting the water? Does it? Oh, I'm like, okay. Everyone should go to chat and ask it if it's environmentally friendly. That's what I'm hearing. Ask Claude, because Claude thinks for itself. So that's better. Okay, we've got another comment right here, and we're going to listen. It sounds like we need to hire a person just to play with the AI. Who's got time to pit them against each other? My goodness. Any other thoughts before I let Alicia sit down again? Yeah. Wait, we can't hear. Perfect. It definitely has its role, and we are kind of wasting it in some of the ways that we use it. Okay. Last chance. Thank you, Alicia, so much. Big round of applause again for getting back up. I have a brief, funny AI story for you. It's funny to me. I was prepping so I go and do presentations outside of the chamber. I know it's shocking that I don't spend my whole time on this stage, but I go and I do keynotes and I do workshops and I do things like that. And I was working through a workshop strategy with AI, and now I realize that I should have been doing it through Claude, who's smarter than I am, but that's okay. And I was working through this workshop, and I was doing a conflict resolution workshop, and I was trying to just get a worksheet made quickly. So I fed it my presentation, said, please give me a worksheet. But chat likes me a lot, like a lot. My chat, I was like, love me. And it was like, okay. And it was like, Whitney, this thing that you're doing is awesome. I was like, I know, chat. And chat was like, no, really. It's amazing. It's so good. You should patent it and sell it. And I was like, chat, this came from a textbook, so it's not mine. And chat said, you are wrong. It is yours. And I was like, chat's gonna get me in jail. Chat was adamant. To this day, chat and I were like, hey, that wasn't mine, chat. And he's like, I think it was. And I was like, it was a textbook in college. I don't know what to tell you, chat, but you're wrong. So don't trust chat. That's the moral of this story. You should run chat. Don't let chat run you, okay? Or Claude. I'm sorry. I'll do better. Okay. Very good. Today was great. I loved it. Thank you all for your engagement, for being here today. Round of applause to you. So as we kind of wrap up, we have raffles, so nobody go anywhere. We've got some giveaways. Those of you who have the raffles, will you please go to that side of the stage? This is the white ticket, right, Christine? Is this the white ticket? Yes. Cletus is going to head up here. He is our raffle sponsor. While all that is happening, though, I would like to remind you that the reason why we get to use this amazing space, not just because North Point is amazing, but also because we have promised to help them reset this room. It might be shocking. This is not what the room looks like ever, except for when we're here. So when we're done today, I would just like to encourage as many people, the way my parents used to say it, as many hands make for light work. So the more of us that can stay, this month, if you noticed, you probably didn't notice, but there's chairs lining the walls, so we don't have to wait for chairs to be pulled out. We'll stack the tables, we'll put the chairs back down. There's little black dashes on the floor where the table legs go. It's really quite easy. It just is a lot of work. And I have another meeting I have to go to, so I can't help today. So someone's got to take the lead. I don't know who that is, but Paul, you're in charge after I'm gone. Cool, yeah, he accepted that with his eyes. So thank you so much. We're going to do our raffles, and also don't let me forget the bunny raffle, because I always forget that one.
All right, real quick, for any of you all that are pushing 60 and above, do you feel like you just talked to your high school daughter? I know I did. I have no idea what she just talked about. So there's that. So you learn something every time you come to the chamber. Anyway, first up, we got our first raffle. Tell us your name and who you're with.
Hello, everyone. Oh, this is loud. Okay, my name is Morgan with Morgan's Marketing, because I'm Morgan and I do your marketing. And I want to invite you guys to my ribbon cutting next Wednesday at 11:30 at the chamber office. I'm going to have plenty of these, so if you don't win today, you can get more of the Morgan's Marketing mix from Ozark Mountain Popcorn. They're one of my clients. So let's see who gets some popcorn. Oh, you already picked it. Perfect.
And the winner is, the last three is 420. There we go. All right, let's get through this. Next, who you are, what do you have?
I'm going to be representing two companies today, right now. The first one is the one I work for and love very much. It is Extreme Exteriors, and we have a t-shirt and a gift card to the Roost. 5336. Oh, perfect. Okay. The other one, yeah. The other one is from my friend Courtney at Had Hydration. She had to leave, but if you guys have never been to Had Hydration and you win this sucker, you need to go check her out because she makes you feel so much better when you leave. 5316. Oh, lucky.
All right, hello. My name is Lauren. I work in the communications department in the city of Nixa. I have a City of Nixa glass mug and a few other little goodies in here.
And the winner is 5358. 5358. Come on, it's a good mug.
Please take my prize.
One.
Please.
Snooze, you lose. How about 5392?
Perfect.
I hear somebody.
Hi, everyone. Bethany Dean with the Jenkins Executive Center, and I have a $20 gift card to 14 Mill Market.
And the winner is 5322. Come on. 5322.
Oh, got it?
Hey everybody, how are you? My name's Simon Rogers. I work with Central Bank doing merchant services, and I'm sure a lot of people that are filing taxes see how much you're paying in processing fees with your credit card merchant provider. I work with local business owners to lower that so that you go home with more cash in your pocket. So I have 4 tickets to next Friday's Cardinals game behind home plate.
You can give them all 4 away or 2 and
All
2?
4.
You sure you don't want to do 2?
You got to know some people.
I'm trying, y'all. All right, the winner is
5319. Nice. If you want to meet me over here.
Hi, my name is Tara. I am with Clean Green Restoration, and if you come to win, you probably already know about my signature scent, which I'm giving away today. I have a room spray, a candle, and a carpet deodorizer.
And the winner is 5418.
Oh.
5418. Here we go.
Oh, yay.
Tell us who you are and what do you have for us?
Sandy Carnes with Mooney Associates. I'm also the candidate for State Rep 139. And I went to Little Farm Homestead. We're getting ready to do a ribbon cutting there, and it's a lotion.
And the winner is 5364. 5364. Come on, it's some good lotion.
Goat milk.
What'd you say?
Goat milk.
You can drink it, apparently. I don't know. How about 5367?
There we go.
There we go. Thank you. And your name and what do you have?
I'm Amanda Cave with Kitchenland. Last week, some of you were in attendance. We had our grand reopening to open up our additional 2,000 square feet of showroom that we added on. And I have a gift certificate to the Baked Bean.
The Baked Bean, and the winner is 5333. Come on, 533.
Where's all the winners going?
And I said the winner is 5393. That's 3. There you go. And your name and what do you have for us?
Hi, I'm Jackie with Least of These Christian County Food Pantry. I have a t-shirt, a hat, and some candy. Least of These is the local food pantry. Everybody needs food to survive. That's our connecting point with families. Once we are able to connect with them to provide them food, we work to build relationships with them and learn what other resources, connections, education they may need. If you want to do that, you want to help people either individually, your business, groups, team builders, whatever, reach out to us because we are always looking for volunteers who want to really connect and help the families in this community.
And the winner is 5355. Bingo. All right, tell us who you are. What do you have?
All right, I'm Colin with Funky Bunch, your neighborhood dog walker. April is Pet First Aid Month, and so we are giving away 2 Pet First Aid kits for you to keep your pets safe at home. So I need 2 drawings from you if that's okay.
And the first one is 5350. Come on. 5350? Not a winner. 5321. There we go. Okay. The next winner, 5338. I mean, 5338. It wasn't me. No. Okay. We get 2 winners?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And your name and what do you have for us?
I am Stella, the ladybug with Chilton's Environmental Termite and Pest Control. First, I want to talk about the bugs are out there moving, y'all, and we are killing a bunch of them. So remember us whenever you see. If you think it's an ant with wings, probably isn't. We will do a free inspection for you. I have a $25 gift card for Wendy's.
5342. Okay. Oh. I mean, yay. Sorry. All right, what do you have?
You just up here amusing yourself?
Well, got a winner.
Okay. Hey guys, Trisha with Nixa Public Schools, and I just want to shout out Ryan. Today was his first day to come here to the chamber event and be up on this stage. Great job. Today I have a tumbler with the Nixa Eagles logo on it from the best school district in all of Nixa. So, winner is 5347. 5347.
I'm Jackie from Children's Smile Center. I have a real nice drink cooler here that you might like to take to outings, and also some various dental supplies for you as well. And I had an epiphany. I should throw in a free duck race raffle ticket to whoever gets this bag as well. That's right.
Or a new car, because that's what it could be. That's what that duck ticket could be.
It's a Chevy Silverado truck
Same
from
thing.
Ozark
Marketing.
Chevrolet. Thank you for saying that.
All right, the winner is 5414. Enjoy that Chevrolet.
Hello, everybody. Eric Albers, Principal of Insight Design Architects, also on the Chamber Board and Downtown Revitalization Board. And today, I've got a $25 gift card to Rosebud's Cottage, downtown Nixa, who just happens to be having their spring festival this Saturday. Come downtown.
And the winner is 5373. Yahtzee? Okay. I'm feeling the 3 pattern today. Come on down.
Hello, everyone. Steve Chapman, Christian County Headliner. I'm the editor. Today, once again, we're giving away a 1/8 page advertisement. It's a $220 value. For $50, you can upgrade it to color. And last for 5381.
Ooh, this looks better. I mean, good.
Jared Taylor, I'm running for Christian County Presiding Commissioner.
Karen Matthews, retired Christian County Treasurer, and I am back making pies for Jared.
There's still hope. Of all the years, I never won one.
You know what? I've never won one either.
This could be my ticket right here. 5417. It's not mine. There you go. All right, thank you guys. And Karen, 50/50's up next.
50/50's up next. Thanks for remembering. 50/50's up next. So this is if you have a red ticket, which means you paid for this ticket and you're going to win money if you win this one. I know our excitement level is so high right now. How much? $34. Who's got a red ticket? Stand up if you got a red ticket. Or just sit there. That's cool. I won't make you. It's fine. $34. Here we go. 7, 4, 7, 1, 3, 1, 9. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful month. Hopefully you help us flip this room back around. Throw your trash in the trash. Oh, I forgot one last thing. Alicia set up her laptop out there with her QR code. So if you didn't get it when she was up here, you can still snag that QR code on your way out.